Hey, grace and peace, everybody. Hope you guys can hear me. I'm going to try to say this real quick like I'm here in the airport, getting ready to make this connection. But something was on my heart, and I wanted to give it to you. Hopefully this will be of a blessing to you. Before I do, I want to take a moment and make sure that we're transmitting, and I can see that we are just for this brief moment. I was just thinking about some things while waiting. And I think that the season has changed for you, and I think that many of you do not realize that in the kingdom and the Lord moves in seasons. And there's a season for warfare. There's also a season for blessings and opportunity. There's a season for every purpose and everything under the heavens. There's a time and a season for every purpose under the heaven is what I'm trying to say. So there's a season to fight COVID, and there's a season to celebrate not dying from COVID. If you understand what I'm saying, there's a time and a season to recognize that the Lord has chosen you even in the middle of a pandemic, and with everything that is going on, He has still chosen you to survive and to thrive. So you have to, it's good to be wise enough to point out the situations, but it's also time that we need to back off for a minute and celebrate and thank Him for the fact that He has kept us during these times and that He blesses us during these times. So once again, I've noticed that whenever we're coming in and we're talking about the fix or any of those things that we've talked about, which need to be talked about, there is a group of individuals who get excited about that, and they do their thing and they get excited about that and they support it and all of those things. And we need that support because somebody has to say it. But then there are times that we realize that even though the enemy is doing certain things, the Lord our God is also, He's busy too, blessing His people and protecting His people. It seems like that there is a group that whenever I say something about the positive angles of everything, they have an issue with that. Now, I hear you, and I agree with the fact that we definitely need to be blowing a trumpet and sounding the alarm, and I've been doing that for a solid year. In 2 weeks, it's been a whole year. But at the same time, we also need to recognize that the Lord is doing some things for His people in the middle of all of this warfare. So I want to urge you to not deny the opportunity to celebrate what could have happened but didn't happen. Don't deny yourself that opportunity to celebrate that. I mean, we've done so much and we've been through so many things this last 3 years since this pandemic began, and it's just been a wonder. I was thinking about it this afternoon. It's just been a wonder that so many more people did not die as a result of it. So we owe Him glory, we owe Him honor and thanksgiving and praise and even on for all of that. But in everything that is going on, while we are warning people, we also need to be talking about the fact that, hey, some real bad stuff, some more, even worse things could have happened. So while we're acknowledging what tried to happen and what was happening, we also want to acknowledge what could have happened and He didn't allow to happen. And that's the reason why I'm grateful and thankful. And yes, this is a financial season for the people of God. I would not say, I'm not the type of prophet that would get up and just say something because somebody agreed, because I think it's going to get likes or get whatever. I'm not that. That's not me. Hopefully by now you would have already picked up on that. Being the discerners that you are, I would have never, done that. But now if I tell you it is what it is, because I would never say it unless it was what I said it was. And so what does that mean? Don't deny the opportunities that have been presented before you. Don't deny the open doors that are in front of you. Don't deny the glory that God is sending. Don't deny the fact that, yes, your hands are now magnets for good things, and you are a magnet for positivity, opportunities in the middle of a negative situation. That's how resilient you are. You are so resilient that you can go through what would destroy others and can turn that destructive thing into a powerful thing. So now, that's what I want to tell you. Hope and pray that you and your family are all right. Hope and pray that you're embracing the opportunities and maintaining a focal point, staying away from negativity and drawing toward good things, facing the things that you need to face, but also recognizing who's Lord of all and who's over all. All right? I just wanted to drop that off. So 2 things. Believe. If he says this is your season, then it's your season. Believe it and don't let anybody talk you out of that. Number 2, the season changed. Thinking about that, some areas like Houston, where I reside, that area does not really have 4 seasons. It's pretty much 1.5 season, or whatever you want to call it. We have some cold days, but not really, not very many. In Virginia, where I was, born and raised, we have typically all 4 seasons. And usually announcing from one season to the next season, there's usually a storm that comes. A storm comes like one day it's warm, and then a storm comes and the next day it gets cold, or depending on what season's changing. A storm announces the change of a season. So sometimes when we see something that's negative, it's actually not negative. It's an announcement that there's a change coming. And we a lot of times what we consider to be the devil is the mind's misinterpretation of what's happening in the present moment. So I just wanted to drop that off for you. Hopefully you can interpret what I just said your own way and realize that everything is not the devil. Some things it just changes that's imminent, and changes that are necessary for the season you asked for. You asked for the next level. You asked for these changes. But can you actually go through the transition from where you are to where you're going so that you can actually walk in that? All right? Hope and pray you and your family are doing well today. I'm praying for you, and continue to pray for me. I'll see you guys on tomorrow evening. All right? Blessings to you.